Hi, Katerina. All right, I'm going to do your soul rebirth journey now. This is going to be a little bit different. So, for those watching, we're going to use this 2-hour session to kind of explore 3 different topics. One of them has to do with health. There's some issues with neuropathy. So burning, tingling, itchy, painful feet and legs. And now to the hip. So we're going to spend some time on that. We're also going to look at relationship, as in, being in a challenging relationship and really wanting to experience, love and balance in that way for the heart. And then your job, you're a healing practitioner and you want to start working again after 9 years. And you want to heal yourself, help others to heal themselves and the planet. And so you're really interested in this teaching or technique. And I'll try and pronounce it. Grigory Gravolov. I looked this guy up and there wasn't anything in English for me to know what his teachings are. But there's wisdom my spirit guides can share related to this. So we're going to explore this in parts, okay? That was what was requested. So I'm just going to let my spirit guides tell me. I'm not sure where to begin here. So I was kind of... Alright, I'm just going to relax and then I'm going to get sucked into this. I'm showing them all of the topics that we're going to explore. We're talking about this right now, as in if I will do this as sort of like miniature readings, or if I will do this as one soul rebirth journey, which is what it is. I'm to start with the health concern, number 1. So let's start with that. Okay, Katerina. I'm opening up like a flower to the wisdom and guidance of my spirit guides in order to help you with this issue. We are looking at your body right now. They're letting me see through an energetic lens what this is a reflection of. What looks like energetic flames and fingers and toes is what this scenario is. I'm doing this differently, so I'm not used to usually just dive into your spiritual atmosphere, but we're kind of exploring it differently, so I'm just balancing with their guidance here. Okay, I'm to describe this picture. I'm just going to tell you what I see, okay? I know you said specifically toes and legs, but they show me that this is an issue too for hands or fingers. But they're showing me what is a large person, whereas I'm just a little person looking up at a very large person. And this very large person, there's no face or there's no physical structure. There's only an energy structure. So I'm allowed to see an energy structure. The energy structure is a blue sort of glow to it with a white or sort of silvery color as well. And then these parts and fingers and toes are red, and then they have flame to them. When I touch the finger, for instance, it turns into a dark, what is a black, like kind of skeletal finger that is black. So when I touch the energy finger, it turns into what looks like kind of a skeletal bone for a finger, and it's black. And it's dried out and could break off even. So I'm to fill it with nourishment to bring its structure back to life in a way that it is now thriving, youthful, and recognizes that it is not dead and disintegrating. Some part of the body seems to not get enough nourishment in those parts, and then when it's not getting enough nourishment, the body starts to react as though it's a dead part of the body, even though it is still attached to quite a thriving body. I'm exploring what I can do here to create energy nourishment and alter the pattern of behavior. I'm entering into the energy body and allowing it to learn from my body what is normal. It's creating an imprint of wisdom. I don't have issues with this, so I'm allowing my genetic reflection in that way to be learned. That blood can get to these parts, that things are functioning as they need to. So I'm just doing this here. So there's a lot of happiness and joy. There's a lot of energy that is transpiring. I feel really happy. I feel giddy. I feel excited about life. I feel like jumping up and down. I feel like squealing or celebrating. I'm continuing to push more energy into these places. I'm filling it with this energetic vibration, which is coming quite naturally for me. Something about the colors are changing. There's something growing out of the ground beneath your feet. They're talking about the energy of love also having a healing component, the energy of love that heals all things naturally. They're asking you to align with this energy that is so natural for you. Love must go in two directions. It cannot just be given and not received. Otherwise, now a part of you is dying. That's what they're saying. When love is given, and nothing is returned, a part of you starts to die, and it is felt in the heart. But now the heart is not beating in balance with that connection. Two people become one, right? And when two people are as one, but that one person is not of the right balance, the body feels off balance. The heart is not beating in balance in a way that will fill the veins with blood, that will fill the feet with the right energy, with the right motivation, with the right reflections of energy, of nourishment, of love, of all of that. There's wisdom here. They want you to really inhale what is true love that is coming from an energetic field or plane of existence. It is separate from any of the other loves you experience in your physical reality, and they really want you to feel embraced by this spiritual love, to help it nourish you when you are not feeling like the love in the physical plane is balanced with your needs. Then you can experience love from other places that helps to create the balance. So they're filling you. You're literally standing. I'm able to see you, not just an energy body, but you as a divine feminine expression, quite strong. And you're standing sturdy, balanced on both feet, not more weight on one foot than the other, standing strong, balanced on both feet, and in perfect alignment as they're allowing you to inhale this energy from heaven. You have a lot of positive energy. You have a lot of, I see you smiling here, but there's some, you're not going for it just yet. You really do have quite a lot of love to give, but there's some wisdom here that hasn't quite manifested for me. I'm just going to start by saying you're smiling, which is good, and we're trying to inspire you to breathe in or allow your body to absorb this spiritual healing energy, energetic love. And you haven't quite done it yet, but I feel you are in the process. You're excited about this, but it hasn't quite gotten through yet. So we're just waiting. It's odd. So I see you here smiling, right? We have all this energy surrounding you. It's completely invisible. Love energy is invisible to us, right? There's no doubt that love exists because we can feel it, right? You might be able to doubt that oxygen exists. You can't exactly feel oxygen, but if oxygen wasn't there, we wouldn't be alive, right? So you can't see oxygen either. Can't see love. There's things that are quite real that you cannot see, but you can still acknowledge that they are real, right? This energy is quite invisible. It does not have a pink hue, it does not have a red hue, it is entirely invisible. It is circling around you, and you're smiling, but you're not taking it in yet. You're not taking a breath of it yet. And as I'm trying to inspire this in you, or just being patient for you to acknowledge that it is time, or that you can do this, there's some other reflection of you trying to show itself here. It's a saddened part of you from the inside. So we see you smiling, but there's a reflection here on the inside that is quite hurt and not smiling. And you release this part of you. It is a pain that is from an imbalanced relationship. Because it has created suffering for you. That has even gone unacknowledged. It has not been chosen to be seen or acknowledged by the other. And so that part, so you have two become one, right? So that part is coming out so you can feel yourself as you. And then now you have room for all of this heavenly love energy, which is here for you, which sees you, which knows your heart better than any human being ever would, which knows your needs better, which understands, which is in a space of timelessness, which does not judge, which is unconditional, which is nurturing, which wants so badly to heal your heart and to heal your dreams and your motivations and your body and everything. So it is still in a process of releasing literally from your heart a reflection of the other who has not been the healing part of this experience, who's not been the balance of love coming back to you in return so that you can feel that relationship balance. You deserve to have balance. You deserve to, when you share your smile, to receive a smile in return. When you share your love and your dreams and your hopes, to have the other, like a sponge, excited for you, and then sharing their thoughts and their ideas and their love for you and their inspirations for you to be who you want to be, right? That's normal. That's natural. That's real love. Balance. You have two, right? And then two balance each other. And you can't have one that is giving, and the other doesn't even seem to absorb the gift of your love in a way that helps you feel the connection. So this reflection has been removed from your heart, which was quite a weight. I mean, this was really heavy, a heavy thing, and it took some time to get out. It wouldn't just jump out of there. It has to be, it comes out slowly, but it is removed through help from heaven, because that energy needs to come out of your heart so your heart can beat right, okay? And the heart can be strong, and then the blood can flow to every part of your body and kiss all the parts of your body, your toes and your legs and everything. The blood needs to be kissing your body parts. It's good. And blood loves you. Your heart loves you. Heaven loves you. You're loved. You're deserving of love. And it's funny because the heart is beating quite joyfully. It has a sensation of relief and freedom from a very heavy weight. And now it is starting to sort of beat in a jolly way. And I can hear a natural laughter from that sound of energy. It's interesting how happy energy, it doesn't laugh, but yet in a reflection of it, it is happy. It sounds like bells. It sounds like children laughing about something that just makes them so excited, like little kids just instantly so happy. That's what it sounds like. And it is really invigorated to really push blood into all the parts of your body. Really get it pumping and flowing with strength and a natural balance of energy. In and out of the heart. There's still some reflection of this. I can see the energy version, and then I can see the physical you, and I can see the heart pumping version. So we're just going to be patient and allow this to go on. You're going to start getting warm from this. This energy needs to warm you. This energy is warming you. You need the warmth to help these parts too. It's like when you're really cold from, sledding for too long, and you come in and everything's all frozen. And you can't just you gotta get some blood pumping through there so you can get normal back into your toes. You know what I mean? You can't just keep them in the freezer box. Spirit guides asked me if I think that your toes are cold. I was saying there's something odd about the way that they need warm blood or an interaction with the blood and the nerves, and there's something about the energy flow that it feels colder to me. But it's interesting because the energy version is almost like, it's almost as if there's a flame that is burning things out. It's odd. When things dry up, if you got a sunburn, for instance, your skin gets really dry and then the skin dies from it, right? So there's not enough liquid or water balance or something. You have to have this is interesting because it's sort of in that way, but you got to have liquid. Something about fluid isn't quite right. About fluid balance isn't quite right. So I guess cold would not be the right reflection, but at the same time, it relates somehow, because you need the blood to be pumping naturally, so it's getting the right moisture in that part of your body. That's what it feels like to me. That's what I'm experiencing from this. There's an inspiration to remove old energy that has been built up here in the legs and feet specifically. So we're just focusing on this. I'm just waiting for them to show me. They're basically showing me legs too, that there's something wrong with the energy balance, so the energy flow isn't as it needs to be. And so there's, again, it's odd. The body has voices that communicate to it. From the blood has a different voice, from the bones, from the nerves, from the skin, and so when I explore this, there's no sounds. There's not enough sounds going through this tissues in the legs. It's just quiet. I'm creating gong sounds here as well to create sound inspirations, to wake things up in there. We don't need you sleeping. You guys need to wake up. They're hungry for nourishment, natural nourishments of fluids. But there's an energy thing going on here too. So I'm just going to wait, okay? And I'm basically see the physical structure of you that is standing on two, I'm surprised how balanced you are from one side to the other. You're standing strong on both feet. And there's a gong sounds that are from all sides of you. There's many gongs surrounding you, specifically tall enough for the legs and the feet area. And then we hit the gongs and they are sounding energy back and forth through this area to create sounds to inspire movement and flow and balance and natural energy flows, basically. It's interesting. And that's why I'm so impressed by how you're standing balanced on both feet, but yet there's not the right energy flows. There's just quiet. These, when they wake up, they're kind of disoriented. It's sort of like you go to sleep and you sleep hard and suddenly somebody's banging on your door and it's 1 a.m. in the morning and you're like, I don't know what is going on here. I'm trying to wake up and your eyes are like rolling around in your head still and you're just like, I can't figure out what's going on. That's kind of what they're like right now. They're confused. We thought we could sleep now. No, you don't get to sleep now. You need to wake up. They'll wake up. They need regenerated, they need rejuvenated, they need purified. The old needs removed. We need to go out with the old and in with the new. Your body needs inspirations to create new here. And this is helping big time. I'm really impressed by how gong sounds are so influential in creating body harmonies. It's amazing. I'm even getting to experience the gong sounds here, and it's really impressive feeling for me too. I'm inspired to create oxygen and water liquids to go specifically into the legs. I haven't quite figured out how to get that in there. Let me just focus for a minute. I don't know what this is, but all I keep hearing is young pair of legs from like a guy who's checking out a chick's legs. And they're sort of intertwining with your legs so they can feel youthful and they can remember a youthful balance. We need to get you a young pair of legs. It's sort of like an old pinup girl style, showing off her legs. There's something right about this. It hasn't quite balanced with both the young pair of legs image with these legs that need youthful memory to return so they can rebalance their expression. There's something with the knees feel kind of old, like there needs to be more liquid there too. I'm inspiring to see. So there's liquids moving, and this youthful body is full of nutrients and nourishment and balanced vitamins and all of that. And there's a proper blood flow into everything. Everything is being fed with all of this blood energy. And communication and cells being awake and alive and totally behaving normal. While this other version of you is sturdy, right? And so I'm seeing that part of you sort of moving the legs to get some blood pumping in there and some more communication going on in the legs. This does cause you some bother because in this activity that we're trying to blend these young legs with your legs with the movement to create more energy or flow or activity in there, I'm getting to see that it is hard for you to be able to accomplish this type of activity in your current lifestyle. It would be hard for you to move your feet in this way. It's sort of up with the knees, we're jogging in place, we're going. That would be hard for you to accomplish that. So they're just showing this to me. There's no inspiration for me to alter what I've accomplished thus far, but we're just going to see what happens next. This is really effective. This is creating a lot of movement, but there's a lot of old that has to come out of here. So there's inspirations to let the legs slow and then put you back to a balanced stance, and then we'll remove all the dark energy liquid. It's sort of coming out as an energy liquid, dark energy liquid that we're just pulling out of there. I'm working with angels and working with heaven to create light flows to help release the energy. I'm working with heaven to create light flows that are filling the toes and the feet, everything, and the legs, the knees, the hips, all of that. I just want to focus for a little bit. So if I go quiet, it's just because I'm working with angels and I'm putting focused energy in these places. I'm literally speaking words of love, focusing, channeling loving energy into this space with your feet, your toes, ankles, legs, knees, hips, thighs, all that, focusing specifically here. And so I'm just speaking, communicating, working with light, focusing love energy into these spaces, releasing old. We just pulled out what looks like roses have stems with thorns, so we just pulled out some pieces of that kind from the legs. There's something this angel is doing, and it's odd because it's like there's waves of energy going through the leg and the feet. And so it's distorting its physicality between physical and sort of energetic, and it's creating waves of white light energy. You're continuing to focus loving energy, working with light on the space really intensely. I'm being shown blood that is using the liquid of itself to sort of wash or rinse out this part of the body in a way into there's parts, it's sort of parts that haven't gotten enough of the oxygen out of the blood. But not just oxygen, there's some ingredients in blood that haven't quite gotten to certain parts. And they're showing me that as the blood sort of fills these areas, it's sort of like a tide in the ocean. So it kind of comes in and it goes out, and it comes in and it keeps washing things. And then it sort of collects old materials and then brings it back, and then collects some old materials and then brings it back. So it's showing me that it's moving like this and collecting materials and then continuing to move. And so I'm helping to keep refreshing the blood. You're going to want to drink a lot of water just to make sure you're getting plenty of water. Has a lot of oxygen in it too. So if you're not able to exercise to get more oxygen into the blood and that sort of thing, just really drink as much water as you can, and let the water do its job to help purify these spaces as well, because I'm really bringing in a lot of focused energy. So you're going to be feeling that. I'm telling you, the warmth that I'm feeling is not burning me. It actually is really like getting into a hot tub that's refreshing. It's a refreshing, warm feeling. But I understand your condition actually is quite like lightning bolts or electrical, and it hurts. So I'm trying to alter that reflection of the ow sort of electrical feeling to what is, that's kind of a nice warm feeling. I kind of like that. I can feel blood flowing in these spaces. It feels relaxing. It feels good. So I'm just going to keep allowing this to do its work here. But there's other parts of you too that need really good blasts of blood flow as well. There's an energy that you're inhaling here. It's sparkly. It comes from this angel. And it is really effective. It's filling your blood, and it feels really amazing when it hits your heart, and it flows out through all of your limbs. Not just this legs is really, they're really showing me this as a primary area with the hips and everything, like you said, but also showing me that you need some more energy in the fingers as well. Just really get it down into the limbs and really allow the blood to be like the ocean waves, just coming in and going back out and really blasting through everything here. You really need to feel it filling every part of you. And not just there, in the brain, in the eyes, and in the mouth, and in the face, and all over. Just really wash everything out and clean it and purify it. Make it feel good. This is really stimulating. This is really exciting for me to be experiencing this. There's some old energies coming out of the gut region through all this blood work and energy and light focus and love energy from heaven and angel work, and it's just naturally coming out of the digestive sort of region. It's sort of in the lower region though. I'm telling you, it's women store a lot of emotional pain in their uterus. And it feels like it is coming from there. It's just helping to get out old emotion, old energy that you don't need there anymore. You might be feeling a little bit more emotional from this. And you need to be able to cry and release natural emotions from inside. And it has something to do with your dreams and your goals and them not quite coming to fruition in a way that you have worked for, you strived for. And that has created some real pain for you and real sorrow and real imbalance for your heart and your energy flow and your dreams and all of that. You're quite a strong woman. You have capacity to do quite a lot, just you being you and you following your dreams and you working with spirit, and you really want to be an angel for people in your life that aren't breathing in the love in a way that helps them feel nurtured by what you have to share. There's something here about all the interactions and love imbalance, and it's created sorrow and it stores it here. And so here we're releasing it from all this love energy, and it's sort of coming out of you naturally. And so that tells me that you may just need to cry a little bit more, really allow yourself to feel all the emotions that are natural related to this experience. It's okay to cry. It's okay to speak to your spirit guides and tell them that I just don't get it. I don't understand. I am always positive. I'm always trying. Just let it out. It's okay. So we are letting you let it out here in our spiritual space. And it's coming out quite a lot of old energy. A lot of old energy. It's continuing to come out. Sort of created an energy pocket, like a kangaroo, like Mother Kangaroo has a little pocket. And so we create an energy pocket that opens up and allows darker energies or old emotional energy, negative energy, just to come out on its own through this energy pocket. And it's coming out, it's just kind of a thick, gooey substance, and it's black and gray, kind of mucusy, and it kind of bubbles out too. It has some more rounded parts that are coming out. It's just old energy. More old energies coming out. You're sort of sneezing it out. So just letting you let it out. You just got a lot of energy out, just sort of came out quite fiercely. Lots of round black dots came out through your pores, just out of all parts from head to toe, just came blasting out like pellets of liquid. You're really doing impressive. Your inspiration this is all on your own accord. There's some part of you that's been very angry by this too. And so there's a lot of anger that is coming out as well. So that's a good too. We need to get this energy out of there. It has some sharp reflections to it on the inside because it's hurt, right? The emotions of hurt. And so it's basically a version of you on the inside that has been hurt very bad. And that hurt creates anger. And then we get that part of you out. And now that sharp, angry side is released. And this creates a lot of relief for you. If you feel anger or if you feel that, you need to release that. Otherwise, it stays on the inside and becomes basically a porcupine person. And you need to get that out so it's not hurting you in this way. Because this too helps us to understand about energy flow as well through all of the limbs, the furthest extensions from the heart, you know. We got to get the blood flowing far into the limbs, into the toes and everything, the fingers. You're really ready to release a lot. You're ready for this. It's amazing. I'm communicating with heaven, asking heaven to continue to assist releasing this old energy. There's there's angels helping you to drink water and get liquids in, and I'm still able to watch the blood going in and out like ocean waves through all the extremities, and it keeps getting further. It's able to push further and further. So there's what kind of created like a dam experience is started breaking through barriers and getting into everything. So the blood just keeps moving in these waves, right? And it just keeps pushing through. You know, eventually water will break through a foundation. You know, that blood is the same way. We just got to keep getting it to push through these spaces. I'm creating more gongs so that they aren't just around the legs and the hips and everything. They're around the head and the upper regions too. There's an energy piece. It looks kind of like a stingray. I just pulled it out of the back side of you. It was attached to your spinal column. That was a good one to get out of there. I mean, I'm telling you what, Katerina, I'm on fire with energy. It's good fire. It's not like owie fire. It's like, wow, I'm floored. All this blood and the blood tide and the cleansing and the purifying and the gong sounds and the angel energy and the heavenly energy and the light and all that stuff is like, whoa. This is hardcore. You pushing out energy as well has been really impressive. you're starting to get a little lighter on the feet even. There's really an influence with this young pair of legs image. And it's starting to absorb more into your body where it wasn't able to blend at all. It wasn't able to create a blend with the images. What is to the physical, what we see is the truth with the young pair of legs, which we can create as the new truth. So I'm trying to blend these two images together, and it's slowly taking. So it feels really good. I mean, it's amazing the way the young pair of legs, like, wow, it's the bones. It's crazy how youthful health, like a healthy youthful, it just, the sounds that the body makes are just, I mean, there's so much communication, there's so much interaction all over the place. Whereas when the body starts to get sleepy and it's not communicating so much, it doesn't that doesn't react the same way. It's not a reflection of that. So it's starting to hear this young pair of legs talking to it. It's starting to wake up a little bit more than it was. The cells, the tissues, the bones, the everything. It still feels pretty tired though, but it has some new inspirations. All right. It really likes the blood. It honestly is drinking it all up. These parts of your body are just like, boy, I didn't realize how thirsty I was. I'm going to have to get some more of that. That's how it's acting. I'm helping reduce the owie sensation you experience from this because it does hurt pretty bad. There's something about winter fresh or cool, minty energy to help with this. Obviously, I want to heal it, so the healing is reducing the pain, but there's energy work I can do to reduce it through this work I'm doing right now. I'm just saying no to it. I'm saying no to it's making that noise like a buzzer. So I just telling it no, and it's obeying me. You feel like you want to lay down. Something feels really relaxed right now. Something feels like you just want to drift off into a sleep state. I just feel like I could drift off into a sleep state. Something's very cozy about this couch that just manifested here. It's a nice one too. It's like a white leather couch. Who has one of those? I mean, and it's big. There's plenty of room here. You could really get cozy on this thing. You could lay down on this thing and not feel like there's just not enough room. I mean, there's enough room. You're resting right now. So you're showing me a dream. You're in a sleeping state. I mean, your body just really wants to sleep for a while. So I'm saying, okay, let's relax all the work that we've done so it's not overwhelming you. And we'll just let you rest. And then I'll let you show me the next things. There's a odd dark portal I'm seeing here. I'm walking through it while simultaneously I'm watching you laying down sleeping. And I mean, you're knocking out. You're just ready to crash kind of feeling. You're gonna sleep hard. I mean, you can get so cozy. I'm walking through a dark portal. You're asleep, so I'm just letting you rest, and then I'm walking through this. I'm trying to allow it to be the only thing that I see, but it hasn't happened yet. Okay, let's see here. Sometimes you feel like, it's as if, I mean, this picture is you're sleeping on a bed of roses. And it's not a pretty picture because you're sleeping on a thorn bush, you know? But yet you're accepting of it and you're not going to move. And I'm saying, please, you don't need to sleep on a bed of thorns. Nobody needs to sleep on a bed of thorns. And you say, but this is where I live. You say, no, roses will live on top of those stems, but human beings need a softer bed. They need something that isn't going to hurt. I'm asking you to stand up and then see and acknowledge what I'm seeing. This is some part of your mind and emotional reflections. This is about relationships. And I say relationships because there's more than one that can feel hard and hurt sometimes. But this one is the most hurtful. They're wanting you to acknowledge that it has been pretty painful for you. And that you deserve to stand up and see that this isn't going to help you be who and what you want to be in this life. And you still have potential that is great to accomplish very good deeds. Because the love that comes from your heart is very sincere, very pure, and wants to be received, and wants to be seen, and wants to be acknowledged that I'm pretty darn special. I'm pretty darn awesome. I'm a really loving person. That's what it's all saying to me. It's all sharing this with me. I am having you touch the stems on this bush. There are no flowers. There's some flowers here, but really I'm primarily looking at what are stem pieces that are covered in thorns, and you're sleeping on the green thorns. And so I'm having you stand and then touch this bed, this space that you are calling your bed. And I'm showing you to not touch too hard or it will hurt. And when you really embrace it, you put your hand around that stem, you could really cut your hand, right? Don't embrace it too hard because now it's starting to rip you apart. It's okay to say that's a thorn bush. It's okay to say that's a thorn bush. That's a thorn bush. It's okay to acknowledge that thorn bush hurts me. And I don't really feel happy when I sleep with this thorn bush. This thorn bush makes me angry. So thorn bush shared dreams and then altered them and hurt me, lied to me. This thorn bush was not honest with me. It tried to show me it was rose, and all along it was covered in thorns. And it hurt me. And I've done so much for this rose bush. I've slept here all this long time and endured all of this pain. And it hurt, and I don't want it anymore. This is what they're saying. This is what they're showing me. There is quite a lot of guides here. I don't always see guides. Sometimes I'll see spirits or energies. But there's really the makings of like 8 different people here. And they're all, so you're standing here, there's the bush, right? And then behind you is like a semicircle of people. And there's one in particular that I can see at the end. And he's a man, he has dark hair. He's bald here, and then has dark hair here. And then has a sort of a goatee. He has quite dark brown eyes as well. And a Caucasian skin tone. He's wearing kind of a robe piece. He won't acknowledge me yet. There's something quite priestly about his demeanor. And it's honest. He's genuine. He is a vocal piece between heaven and earth. And he's a vocal piece that I would totally trust this guy. Like, I totally am aligned with this man. He is of a golden light. He shows me that he is of golden light. He is also of this structured form for you, to help you with your dreams or goals. He has a microphone piece, and he speaks through it really loudly so you can hear him. He wants you to hear him. You're still standing looking at the thorn bush, but you do have sensory abilities that relate to spirit interacting with you. When we get you off and out of that thorn bush, you're going to hear us very loud and clear. We have to remove you from the thorn bush because this is part of a karmic learning cycle. You have to choose to acknowledge when love is not being given to you, then now you walk away. And it has not been given to you for a while. You deserve love. You give love, you deserve love in return. You deserve love. He's been talking through this microphone piece, and it just sounds like wah, 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 really loud, just a mumble of noises. I don't hear anything specific, so it's basically a download of information. So I will understand what he's saying here, but it hasn't come to me yet, or I'm not understanding what he's saying right now. He's saying, I'm not speaking to you, Abby. I'm speaking to Katerina. Like, oh, okay. He's looking at me, and then he said that at me, and now he's ignoring me and looking at you, and wah 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 is like he's talking to you. Only you know what he's saying. He says, "Do you hear me when I talk to you?" He wants you to turn around. Stop looking at the thorn bush. Acknowledge that it was a thorn bush all along. It's always been a thorn bush. A thorn bush has always been a thorn bush. It's going to be a thorn bush. You can keep trying to inspire that thorn bush to not be a thorn bush, but it's not going to budge. He's saying turn around and look at us. All of us. It's like 8 people, but I'm not able to see all of them. I just see what are shadows of energy beings sort of lined up behind you, but this one is very clear. And they all come from a golden light. And he wants you to turn around and then look at him, so that way we can communicate. This is really special. He's saying I'm a guide. He's like telling me, he's showing me that I'm like a guide to you through this healing work, because I'm guiding you through the interactions so you can have the relationship with those that love you in spirit realm. And so I'm helping to actually turn you so you can look in that direction. Like in this space, your spiritual atmosphere, I'm turning you, I'm guiding you to look in the right direction, okay? Look in the direction where love is looking back at you. Not the thorn bush is not love looking back at you, it's a thorn bush looking at you. And so we're doing this right now. I'm helping you. I'm saying you're worthy and deserving of this love. This is quite of a high caliber. There's another man. I couldn't possibly tell you what he's dressed in. I don't know what that material is. Maybe wood, but it's a kind of a hat that comes down a little bit, and it's even rounded. And then it has some sort of, it looks like wood, like a wooden plate or something. And I can't really see his eyes. He's standing next to the one with the black hair. He feels like a protector or like a ninja or something like that. Lives in the woods, would have quite a... There's something about his storyline. Like, when I look at him, I feel excited. I feel like I live in a crazy, like, tree house. And I'm protected by the trees and by nature. And I have parts of Mother Earth protecting my body from the experiences of life that could hurt. I could wear this wooden sort of outfit and walk through a thorn bush and not feel thorns scratching me at all. They would just scratch the wooden pieces that are protecting my skin. And so it's really cool. I really like his style. He can do some things with like nunchucks or something. He's like swirling them around, and they have it's odd, but he's really into wood and Mother Earth, reflections of Mother Earth, in order to protect the heart and the skin and the body, the organs and all that. It's like you have a hard shell to protect the brain, but we don't have much of a hard shell to protect all of these other parts of our body. These two, I can't really see. This hat piece kind of goes down, and there's something kind of hidden about the mouth, so I can't exactly see him smiling, but there's something very warm about him that's also very protective too. But it's uniquely protective because it's not like he's got a metal sword. He's using objects that are made out of trees and stuff. Lives in a forest. Feels like he lives even in the trees. There's so much love here for you. There's an odd agreement here. You have to make a choice in your life, Katerina, and you have to look at what is on your plate here and what has been on your plate, and you have to decide what, if you want to go on to be a healer for others, how are you going to heal others when you yourself are in this pain? You need to be healed by as well. So there's something about this, you need to make a decision sort of thing. We're putting a proclamation on the table for you to absorb in this wisdom so you can see it with a new perspective. Have new perceptions on your life. It's interesting because this is one of the biggest things that your soul had to accomplish in this life, was to decide what is your worth or what is your value. Is your value to keep giving when nothing is being given back to you? Or is the value when you say, I'm worth it, I got a great pair of legs, and then you just like, I don't want the thorn bush. Thorn bushes aren't worthy of these legs or something. I mean, there's something pin-up girl about this whole thing that it keeps coming back around, and I love it. You're worthy, you're deserving of so much more. You are. You're lovely. You're a lovely person. So you mean well from deep down within. And when you get hurt, you have stores so deep within. Your love is quite bold, and so it burns away a lot of what others would be like, yeah, I'm not going to tolerate that. You just burn it away with your passion and your love and your determination for what is your dream. But sometimes you have to say, the dream has not ever come to fruition, and all I have attained from this entire experience is a thorn bush. And so I'm done with thorn bushes. I really want to experience something softer, like this awesome white leather couch. But it's something more meaningful than that, So I'm to continue with what they are sharing. It's a very long sheet of paper. They just roll it on out on a wooden table, and there's some ink that is quite beautiful writing. I would not know the language or what the letters are, but it's kind of old, sort of kind of medieval style, beautiful lettering, and it's long. It's a long read, and you're given a pen with the beautiful long feather, and there's natural ink here, and then you get to decide, you get to read it and make a decision on it. These two men are here, the one who is a protector and the one who is sort of a channel between the voice of heaven to the voice of, through the voice of those on earth, or however you want to describe that. He's wise. He has wise words from heaven that he wants to share with you, and then through you. So he's talking about. We got to put your love to good use. We got to put your love to good use where it is touching many people, even. Touching people who are avid listeners, who want to hear it, who want to embrace it. You would thrive in a space where people are really enjoying what you're sharing and enjoying you for you, and then returning their love back to you, their enjoyment of you. I'm watching. That was all they're going to say about this. That's all they're going to say about that. Nothing was signed. It was just shown and exposed that this is part of your soul journey to experience this specific, this life, these experiences, these emotions, these pains, and come to a point where you would have to make a decision. You can decide in this lifetime, or you can decide in a future lifetime. You can decide whenever you want to. You get to do whatever you want. It's your soul journey. It's for you to decide what you are worthy and deserving of. They say again, you are worthy and deserving of more than a thorn bush. Something else here that's interesting, because I'm hearing a trumpeter, and there is something more about this man. Has a metal on his body and quite a long sword, and I keep feeling there's something really painful about how the sword feels when it is used on people. But he's a warrior. He's quite kingly even. Something royalty about, something higher up on the status quo here with this guy. He has blonde hair, but it's got red in it. It's not very long, but he's also got a beard here too. And it's kind of clean. I mean, it's tidy. It's not long and dirty or anything. There's something tidy about his appearance. That's why he feels cleaner, more royal. He's not as dirty as I would expect to see him. This is not a guide. That's not what I'm feeling from this. I'm feeling this somehow a lifetime. I can see it with clarity, this man specifically, and all this information. He can ride a horse very well as well. He's stealthy on a horse. He's not youth. He's not youthful. I would say maybe 40s. He has lines here and lines in his eyes. He has a serious look on his face. When he thinks hard about things. He looks at things in a serious way. He reads documents in a serious way. There's something about communication here. It's not as if he's reading a book. It's sort of like this odd, I would read a scroll or something, a communication from one country to another that was journeyed to him by a horseback rider. But there's something about war involved here, because there's some concerns too about outsiders. So he's sort of reading a document from his ally in another place miles away, and they're communicating through this writer. He's got a lot of anger in him too. He can get quite angry. I mean, he really does a good job to contain it, but he can have a fiery hose here. He's very hard, thinking very hard, and he is quite angry by what he's reading, and he's quite determined to cut some heads off. That's how he observes war. It must be done. We do not want these other people here. They're going, and the way they're going is they're going in the grave. That's kind of his language of his emotions and his thought processes. His sword is for stabbing people through the heart. He will aim for every man's heart. If he can get his sword to them, they will die. That is his demeanor. There's something refreshing. The energy's changing. He's not in deep thought right now. He's putting on a helmet. He's on a horse. He's riding. He's no cares for women. I mean, it's not as if he doesn't have desires for women, but he is gusto about war and annihilation of people that he doesn't like. He doesn't trust them. He doesn't want them. He doesn't like anything having to do with them. That's all he cares about. They're not telling me who this is or anything more. We're just following this storyline. They're showing me another image of him. There is a very thick wooden table, and there's a beautiful cup on it, and he does this with it, and the wine or the liquid inside is just splashing across. I mean, he could take it and just throw it. He's got a lot of internal anger. He could pick up the table and throw it like this too. He hates. I mean, he hates so bad he could destroy things, whole rooms. He can't control it. He was doing quite well. He's angry. I'm telling you, this guy's got an anger thing going on. They asked me if I know what he's angry about. I say I don't know. That I'm not getting a connection, that I feel there's something else going on here. I'm looking for the right wisdom. I keep asking, is it related to a woman or betrayal, or is it war, or they aren't telling me anything yet. All I can feel is anger. This is interesting. I'm able to see a little tiny fairy, like Tinkerbell style, and she has a dash of energy, and she flicks it into his head. He has no awareness that she's there. and she's sort of flicking it upon him. He doesn't realize it, but he's calming down quite quickly from her energy. In fact, he feels relief from it. It's impressive. It's instantly impressive. He just attributes it to he got all of his anger out and now he's tired. When in all actuality, it was a little fairy came and helped calm him down. This is impressive. I'm still calming down in a way that I could feel his rage so bad, I could take my own belongings and start chucking them around. I could rip everything apart. I could just rip things, even fabrics. I'm so angry, I could just break everything. And this energy is just a little flick of fairy dust style. And I instantly I feel good. I feel great. I feel rejuvenated. I feel calm. I feel at peace. I feel contained. I feel normal. I feel, when I see this image, I see your face is sort of circling around by the fairy, and that is all that I'm experiencing. You're coming through, so I see more than your face. The fairy is still here. She is quite magical in what she is capable of doing for others' energy to help people calm down, this man specifically. This that is you is really impressive. Everything is starting to fade out. He does not... It's all gone. What it was a fairy, and then you're sort of just a small version of you is by the fairy is just turned into a black circle, and then now we're starting to sort of like in the beginning, whereas you were sleeping and there's sort of a black bubble there. I feel strange about this. I'm still somewhat with this man. He's not able to make good decisions because his anger overrides his capacity to seek with clarity. His anger would evaluate incorrectly people who would be quite worthy or very loving or new allies. He would just want to annihilate them. His anger overrides his ability to create relationships or trust with anybody. He is severely outraged. He is miserable. I'm telling you, this man he continues to age, and his anger becomes basically his love. He even pushes away his family members or his friends he just basically goes into what is like, he just fades away in his own anger, and he cannot control it. This is somewhat similar to what this relationship is about. This man is the same man. He ends up getting stabbed in the heart when it comes time for him to die. He couldn't get his anger under control, and it was pissing people off, basically. He lost his power or his inspiration for others. They couldn't stand his emotional outrages. He was not a good king or a decision maker. This is old school. I'm telling you, this would be more barbarian. There's not really, the castle's not exactly made out of this space feels older than sort of, it feels more barbarian or something, like 400s or something crazy. Like I don't know what structures, I don't know about timelines or history in that way, But there's not, it does not have, it just feels like what would be a community of maybe 100 people, not thousands of people. And it feels like they live in a terrain kind of like Scotland or something like that. It could be cold there or sunny. That's all they're going to say about that. That's it. Everything is completely silent now. I'm just waiting for him to show me the next thing. Everything is quiet. It's almost odd, as if there's no more sound from this man. We didn't want to hear him anymore, and now we are at peace with the quiet. It is so refreshing. We enjoy the quiet. We enjoy this, where there is no longer his outbursts, his just ridiculous outbursts. His ridiculous, it's almost like he went insane from his own just insistence on being angry. It's quiet, still. I'm not gonna lie, there's something refreshing about the quiet. There's something very refreshing about the quiet. I'm allowed to leave this sort of black bubble of wisdom. And I'm just watching you asleep on the couch still. You're just sleeping. I'm inspired to, I seem to be wearing different clothing. And I'm walking around this house space. Apartment space. I'm going in the kitchen, but I have these wooden, it's sort of like the guy, with the wooden stuff on his body. I'm hungry. I'm choosing to eat something out of the kitchen. It's something like a soft cake. I'm making crumbs. And it's tasty. It's really tasty. It has a lovely frosting to it. Almost like I don't know what you call that. Don't they have like a pink wine sort of frosting or something? I don't know what it is, but it's not white frosting. It's not chocolate by any means, but it's not strawberry. That's really, really nice. It's like really tasty. I keep eating it. It feels so soft. It's so yummy. The texture is really soft. It's crumbly. It's perfect. It's made perfectly. I'm just continuing to eat this. I can't swallow because there's too much. I need some milk. I need something. I gotta swallow this down. I'm going to the fridge. I'm gonna get some milk. I'm just drinking it straight out of the jug. Gotta swallow this down. Oh, that tastes good because it's nice and cold. It's really nice. I'm literally doing this as well. Wiping my mouth with my arm. So... that was really nice. That was really refreshing. I really needed that. There's some other energies that I'm starting to sense or feel here, and they don't feel good to me. They're darker energies. They have an electrical sensation about them. I'm creating a harmony of these golden energies to circle around what look like three. They don't have shapes. They're just energy, sort of a splash of energy that is black, and they feel like electrical energies. And so we're surrounding them in golden light, and we're singing songs from heaven and altering their energy vibrations with gongs as well. So they're not hurting me. I mean, they hurt. Their energy is like electrical, and it hurts me. They're angry. They don't like visitors. They don't like people coming around here. People like me, they say. They're nasty energies. I would not be surprised if your significant other attracts entities of this kind because of the sort of energy emissions. We're softening their energies. I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm not wasting any more time. I'm just going to focus. I'm putting them into an orb, and I'm filling it with light instantly. I'm just telling them you're transformed into light now. And I'm allowing this orb to go into heaven. I'm just doing it like that. They're lifting into heaven, and this is quite a quick turnaround. They're releasing from this space. I didn't realize there's quite an energy here as well. As they lift out, there's an invisible liquid energy here that I'm allowing to be released from this space as well. I'm creating a hose connected to heaven touching this space, and is sucking out quite a lot of old toxic energy that does not need to be in here. It's just go sucking it all out of there. Manifesting light in this space. I have angelic beacons in all parts of this space. This would be your living space that we're healing right now. Something about your living space has been contaminated. It's just too much energy that isn't healing or healthy. We're pulling it. It's still coming out. There's still this odd energy liquid. It's invisible. It's still coming out. We're moving it and helping to push it out, this vacuum piece. And these angels are entering all the rooms, raising the vibration. They're removing this any version of a ceiling. They want the light to enter in here, light from heaven. So light is not is touching all of your belongings, the walls, the floor, everything, touching you, touching everybody here that lives here. That's all living creations, everything to be touched by light. So I'm just watching this. This is feeling really impressive. This is really healing for me to experience. It's almost going to put me to sleep. This is really important that this happened. There was quite a lot of old energy built up in here. The more that is removed, the more angelic light that is shined into the space, the more overwhelming I get to feel so much healing energy in here. I'm feeling overwhelmed by it. It's really impressive feeling. So I'm just letting it. there's a green energy that is swirling through, and then you're still sort of asleep, or just you're awake, but you're in a relaxed state, and you're breathing in this green energy. There's somebody coming over and they're touching your leg. They're very trustworthy. They're very loving. There's something about peach, but there's something about red, and they're flowers. But one of them, I mean, this bunch of flowers here, there's actual plants growing in here now. One of these plants has got peach flowers, and one has these red ones. This looks like roses, but there are no thorns on these stems, and the smell in here is beautiful. And they're wanting you to wake up and smell the roses. But there's also something that they're wanting to invite you to experience, sort of Mother Earth healing and beautiful, refreshing smells, and really wanting to wake you up with Mother Earth. Wanting you to heal with Mother Earth. Wanting you to walk with Mother Earth. Wanting you to allow yourself to hear, balance, or blend with her wisdom through you, through your voice even. There's blue flowers now. There's somebody picking them and handing them to you. We're somehow outside as well. But you're very relaxed, so much you're simultaneously just relaxing on the couch, while we're also somehow outside in quite a beautiful garden of flowers of different colors. They're really pretty. Everything is really nice out here. I hear birds chirping. Part of your wisdom comes from nature. Part of your wisdom, part of the gift that you share with others comes from nature, comes from your connection with Mother Earth energy, and allowing Mother Earth then to speak through you naturally. You have a natural healing ability. You actually, this is real for you, and it's coming through in this wisdom. The wisdom of your ability to calm down a madman through some magical ability. And then that's surreal. And then also the way that earth energy enters into you, and you sort of are able to breathe it into your body in a very unique way that you understand, or you translate the language of nature. That is what this is about right now. There's a light here that is wanting to be absorbed into your spiritual atmosphere. I'm actually to focus on you, and you're out here in this natural space. There's birds chirping. It's sunny. It's warm here. The grass is beautiful. Everything is green. There's impressive flowers of all different kinds in different places, on bushes, growing out of the ground, and just different landscaped reflections on trees. Everything just seems to have a blossom of some kind of flower. It's fragrant. You feel like you can stretch your body out here. You feel like you can really feel the Mother Earth energy, and you're just consumed by it as well. You just love it. You adore it, and it adores you. There's a real balanced, loving relationship that is taking place here that I'm experiencing. And it is going in and out of your heart portal. So we get the blood that is flowing like the tide, right? And it's pushing and pushing further through all these spaces that haven't experienced the right blood flow or oxygen levels. This has something to do with getting oxygen into the places, but also liquids or fluids too. But love as well is sort of entering like waves like this, is coming in and going out. And it's really a reflection of a warm sunlight channeling in and out of your heart portal. And it is glowing, and it is filling you through your arms and your fingers and everything, your head and your torso and your hips and your legs and your toes and everything. It's literally looks like sunlight that is entering into you, and you're starting to glow like a light bulb all over. And you're smiling and you feel illuminated. You feel very illuminated. There's an odd man coming out from underneath your feet. He looks rusty. He's actually came straight up. And so you were on his head on like a little platform of earth, and then he's moved and you just kind of came down, and so he's sort of over here, but you're not paying him any attention. You're just really invigorated by the earth energies. They're all around you. They make you feel alive. They awaken the cells in your body. They bring you into a state of communication, a natural communication throughout your body. But it's also your spiritual senses too. It's not just your physical body, your spiritual senses as well. Everything seems like it's the light turned on and we're seeing everything. It feels good. There's oxygen. We are having you breathe. Whatever this man is not there anymore. Just old energies that were housed beneath the feet. So we just let those go. And so you're inspired. It's almost like somebody who prepares to do yoga. They go into a space and they just start sort of stretching, and they really inhale and drink in the natural setting, and it's just really invigorating. The fresh air, the fresh nature, the sounds of nature, all the smells of the flowers, and you just feel invigorated. It's almost like you're going to do yoga or something, but you're really inhaling, you're really oxygenating the blood, and your body and everything is really filling with energy, really positive, oxygenated, healthy energy. This is helping you to release some of the old as well. So we're getting in the new, and then we release out the old. I'm allowing you to enjoy this. I'm allowing you to continue to breathe in this oxygen and experience this joyful space. This is what we're focusing on right now. So you're really warm, you're glowing, you're enjoying the fresh air, you're really breathing it in. Your body feels like it's stretching as well. And through this act of stretching, like yoga stretches, it's helping blood to flow into areas where it hasn't been able to reach. They're really talking about you doing yoga in order to help as well. And there's some experience of stiffness in the act of trying to get the stretches, but that's okay. That just means that area just needs more blood, and it won't be stiff. It won't stay stiff. It will actually start to get loose and revitalized, and you're going to start to feel limber and good. And all these places in your body are really going to start to breathe and experience oxygen and the fluids from the blood, and to come alive. You're doing stretching work out here. It's just you and the sunlight and nature and Mother Earth energy. I mean, you're definitely, a person would see you as being alone, but as I'm here in the spiritual, you're definitely not alone. You're surrounded by all kinds of loving energy. It's amazing. I'm experiencing you breathing in the oxygen. I'm just going to stay focused on this. So if I don't talk for a little bit, I'm just helping to get you breathing, help you to enjoy the stretching, really bring out more of the light energy, working with heaven and angels, communicating what the needs are, and helping to really bring those forward in the healing process. So we get out with the old, in with the new. This is really invigorating. I'm feeling that really warm sensation, that positive warm sensation, not the ow, burny, that hurts sensation, but this is really nice feeling. I really like the way this feels. They're taking parts of there was, okay, I need to just pay attention here, and then I'll tell you what happened. There's purification of what is toes, feet, ankles, up to halfway to the knee. And we remove that, we're putting it into sort of a liquid and letting it absorb oxygen and water and certain blood energies. But it's interesting because in place of that is an energy reflection of those young pair of legs. We're continuing to do this. It's as if we're helping to manifest young pair of legs. And I'm definitely feeling the energy is pretty strong and intense. I don't know how this is working exactly, but it is what my spirit guides are having us do. So I'm just watching. It's invigorating. It's amazing, the feeling. I mean, I'm feeling it. So much energy is totally new reflection of the body. It's as if we're sort of allowing what is the old parts to be returned into the light, and now the reflection is more a youthful memory for the cells of the body. Everything is sort of, it's like we're switching out an old part, and in its place grows or manifests a youthful reflection of what was the old. The old then gets transformed in the light. It was sort of in this liquid or energy space that is just transforming them in the light, and as they transform in the light, then where that space was is developing a youthful reflection of the truth. A memory where all the cells are talking to each other and everybody is communicating, and there's cell memory of what is youthfulness. We're doing this for all of your parts of your body. This helps to invigorate the cells. It's helping everything. What was a body that was sleepy is talking all over the place. The knees aren't creaky or achy. You could move your feet up and down really fast. It's awesome. The hips are feeling a lot looser, like I could get a hula hoop and move my hips round and around, and it feels good. I don't feel so much like stiff in my shoulders or my neck. Feeling looser there, feeling a lot better. Feel like I can move my head around in circles. I feel there's oxygen and blood getting all over my head and all my chest and everything. I'm feeling amazing. I feel like I could run. I feel like I could play. I could go hide and seek or climb a tree. I feel so happy. I feel like I could laugh and sing. And I just feel inspired. I'm just running right now. I'm doing cartwheels and some gymnastics moves. And I'm impressive. I have quite muscle strength in order to do some round-offs with some bounce. Like a backflip. It's amazing. I feel peppy. I feel alive again. I feel happy. I feel like a part of me that I forgot about is coming back to me and I can remember it again. I remember what that's like. Yeah, that's what that's like. This is how it's feeling right now. This feels good. It feels inspiring. I feel like I could twirl or dance. I feel like singing. I feel like just amazing. I just feel like opening up my body and letting all the light just pour into me. And just letting me just feel it all. It's how it feels. I'm just so alive from this. I really feel youthful. I really feel like I don't relate to whatever that was that I've been dealing with. There's something changing in the scenery. Let me see what happens here. So I'll let you, I'm just going to watch and then I'll let you know what happens. I mean, this young woman is very cute. I mean, she kind of has a Betty Boop style about her. She's really cute. She has dreams. She has a lot of love to share. We're able to see you as you are today. So I'm just... It hasn't manifested what this is about yet. Basically, I see a reflection of a really cute sort of girl from, I don't know, the 40s or something in a black and white film, and she's got dark hair, and she's just very beautiful. I mean, she's just really naturally cute and pretty, and she's sort of in a bikini, and then I see a reflection of you, and I can't, this is you. This is who you are. This isn't who you are. This is who you think you are, or what you think you feel, or some part of this is a version of the truth, but this is far more you than anything else you could possibly be. Is this youthful, so cute, so sweet, charming, innocent, feminine energy. And you radiate this light from within and out, and people see you as so cute and just adorable, loving lady. A divine feminine energy of this caliber. So cute, so adorable, so sweet. They're showing me these berries you really are a reflection of the natural earth fruits. You walk down a pathway and you happen to stumble upon raspberries, and they're perfect. And they're so, whether you're hungry or not, you're going to pick one, you're going to eat it, and you're going to like, wow, that was awesome. There's something really refreshing about you in this way, that you stimulate this feeling. They're showing me this image is switching to another image of this cute, innocent girl sleeping on the thorn bush. And they say, no. That girl does not sleep on the thorn bush. No, she does not. She lives wild in nature. I mean, she's a natural woman. She's one with the earth. She's one with the sounds of nature. It's something so blended with who and what you are. You are that amazing sensation we get when we eat the ripe, fresh red raspberry on a walk on the summer's day, and it's like, woo, that's perfect. That's good. I love how fresh that is. I just want to, have a handful and then put them all in my mouth at one time. Not just have to pick them one off at a time and eat them. You aren't this wonderful reflection that is so refreshing. No, does not sleep on thornbush. Does not. It's not put up with a man that has lost himself in his own emotions. They're showing you're getting brighter and brighter. Even growing out wings like a fairy, and they're butterfly wings. And this is really quite genuine, a reflective, a part of your spiritual, what you are as a soul expression is like this. Is like a really innocent, so loving, Mother Earth style nature energy of this kind, of beautiful fairy energy. Loving with this sort of capacity to alter a demeanor instantly through the magic of creation that is fairy-like. You believe in magic in that way, that spiritual energy has a way of creating transformation and miracles even. Spirit loves that about you, and Spirit does not want you to lose that caliber of thinking, that truth, that innocent logic that is real too. And that is such a part of your divine expression in the physical body, but as a spiritual expression too. Very much so. Very much so this way. Can even hear you giggling and being excited to see happy people on a nature trail enjoying Mother Earth's red raspberries. And that you got to help these red raspberries grow just to create the smiles on the people's faces that walk by. And it brings you so much joy and so much light, and you're so thankful to be this expression, that you could feel this much love and this much joy. And that is really who and what you are as a human being, and as a soul too. It's like this. So, just relaxing and waiting. They're wanting to talk about where is your focus, Katerina. Who are you? And where's your focus at? They're talking about all the love that you share that goes towards the thorn bush. You can share that love with those who are hungry for it, and then want to share love in return. They're really inspiring you to experience nature even more, but I feel like you are somebody who experiences nature a lot. And really allow yourself to live and breathe Mother Earth's natural voice that comes through you. You have a lot of fairy energy about you. And these inspirations to bring light and love into people's lives, you really have a lot of people you can share this gift of love with. And a lot of people are ready to feel that and receive that from a person of your caliber with that impressive flow of love energy. It's almost like it just won't, you just have more and more and more of it to give, you know? So, And they're talking about there's an interaction we're having about you wanting to be balanced with your spiritual healing gifts, and just being more aligned with sharing this spirit of that you are connected with, your spirit guides, your unique soul energy, your unique style, in order to help humanity heal yourself, heal others, all of that stuff. We're talking about this right now. It's sort of, we're just sort of looking at the different pictures that we've seen here. We're talking about balance of heart and your human needs. We're talking about you being selfish. That lady needs to start getting selfish here, because she needs some pampering. That lady she's gotta go and say, you know what? I'm putting you, Thornbush, on hold. I'm just gonna go out here and eat all the red raspberries, and I'm just gonna eat them all and enjoy all of them. And I'm just gonna know that I deserved that. That's what they're talking about. They want you to get a little bit more selfish, and to know that it's not selfish for you to, you earned it, you deserve it. Mother Earth gives. She gives, wants you to receive too. You sort of give, but you don't get to receive the joy or the smile that you need to thrive from how you give. Mother Earth can give too, and she wants the smiles as well, just like you do. And it helps her thrive. It helps her grow even more red raspberries to make even more smiles on people's faces. And that's really akin to your style and the way you are. So that's all they're saying. They're helping me to see that you are attracting higher vibrational wisdom and energy when you acknowledge that you need love too. And it helps raise your vibration, so you are just moving up and away into higher realms. And they're saying, we're here, come up to us, the golden realms, really ready to want you. Come here, please, we're ready for you. Look up to us and feel yourself gravitating up to our space. And we're really welcoming you here with us. We want to hold you, and we want you to be here with us. That's what they're sharing with me. When you start acknowledging your own needs are important too, you gravitate up to golden realms naturally. And there's no hesitation at all. It just happens. So, all right, Katerina, that is your soul rebirth journey. Thank you very much for this experience. I'll be curious to see how your body is feeling, and then just how the overall experience of the work is for you. So make sure to drink a lot of water, okay? And then just rest and allow the energy work to do its job, because it's going to be cycling through your body, and your body is going to be communicating back and forth. So it's going to be over the course of days, and you're going to start noticing that you're feeling different and improved and enhanced clarity in different ways. So allow that to just process through naturally, okay? So that is all. And for those watching, if you're interested in experiencing a soul rebirth journey with me, please visit my website. It's abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.